Hello guys, I am Ketua Asmini. I am from the 6th semester of English Department. Today, I want to explain about the chapter 5. The title is National Language and Language Planning. Before we start the material, I will give you some information about a unique diglossic case in Paraguay. A unique diglossic case in Paraguay. The first, 19% of the population speak Guarani. The second, 60% speak Spanish. The third, Spanish official language, Guarani symbolizes tradition and culture. It is considered as the national language. And the last, positive attitude to Guarani in other South America nations. The colonizer language is dominant, the indigenous language have little status there. Let's start the material. The first, national language and official language. What is the national language and official language? National language is the language of a political, cultural, and social unit. It symbolizes national unity. An official language is used government business. Its function is practical and is not symbolic. And the second, official status and minority language. Minorities in many countries have achieved their language to be an official language. For example, in New Zealand, Maori is now an official language. All talk English in the language of the majority. English is not declared an official language. Similarly, in England and the United States, English is not legally an official language. And the second is language planning. What is a language planning? Language planning is defined most simply as deliberate language change. It covers a variety of activities such as developing standard varieties, spelling reforms, developing orthography, advice on non-exist terminology, regulating new sorts of vocabulary, and etc. And planning for a national official language. Developing a standard variety, there are four aspects of standardization. The first, selection of norm, the variety to be developed. The second, codification of forms, standardizing the linguistic features of the code. Corpus planning, developing grammars, dictionaries, and etc. And the third, elaboration of function use of the codified language in administration, education, literature, and etc. Extending the codified forms for additional functions. And the last, acceptance by the speech community and changing prestige status planning. And the last material is a case study. Developing a standard variety in Norway. The first, selecting a code. And the second, codification and elaboration. And the last, acceptance. Okay, I think my explanation is enough. So, thank you and goodbye.